right, welcome to another edition, another episode, if you will. I still don't have a way to turn that down properly. Ready? This is going to be harsh, people. Get ready for it.
Ouch.
There we go. Volume down.
Volume down.
Volume
See,
down.
There I am looking at my
right.
phone trying to figure out how
Did you share?
Yeah, I'm sharing, but it's I don't know what a watch party is.
Okay. Listen, welcome to Live Out Loud, the podcast. I am Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we're Scott and Gary together.
And I'm trying to share this so
you know what we
knows.
need? We need one of those things where you put two names together. You know, like what was Brad Pitt and
so it'd be Scary
and Jennifer Aniston. They called him something like
Scary or
Pittiston or something.
Or Got.
Scary. I like
Scary
better.
or Got. We're Got.
No.
I don't want to say we're scary.
Oh, good Lord. All right, we're not going to go there anyway. You're listening to Live Out Loud. It is a Monday. It's a little time for some Monday mania for you. That's just going to be whatever comes to our little fuzzy little heads here. We're going to talk about it here on the air. If you're listening to us or watching us on Facebook, we welcome you. You can catch us both on our own Facebook page, LOL Podcast on Facebook, or Treatment Alternatives Boca Raton. That's the Facebook page as well. Why Treatment Alternatives? Because that's where we're coming to you from, is Treatment Alternatives, Drug and Alcohol Treatment Center. They also treat mental health and other disorders.
I think I found Watch Party. I'm sorry.
Did you? Well, congratulations. I'm in the middle of a commercial spot.
I'm sorry. Don't call me Spot.
If you or someone you love is suffering from addiction, possibly a mental health disorder, and if you've maybe tried other things and you really want some help, give us a call here at Treatment Alternatives, 877-771-1731. That's 877-771-1731. Give us a call. Ask any questions that you have about addiction, and know that, listen, we all want to help the people we love at home. We all want to just kind of like make these things go away. They don't. If you're dealing with mental health or you're dealing with addiction, alcoholism, or anything, it takes professional help. It takes guidance, and certainly you need the assistance to at least find something that will work for you and your family. So, again, 877-771-1731. Give them a call right here at Treatment Alternatives, and you just might save a life.
Doesn't matter if you don't have time, folks. If you call and leave your number, say, give me a call when you get a chance. It doesn't matter. I got a friend of mine who's got an alcohol problem. Well, this guy I know has got an alcohol problem and a gambling problem. And his answer to it is, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, how long has he been saying that?
I've been saying it over and over again. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. But it only gets worse.
Yeah.
You know, it goes away for maybe a day, and then it gets worse and worse. So even if you don't have time to answer questions, get that phone call in. They'll call you back. It's important.
Excellent. You know, for our show, I'm so glad everybody joined us here, and I hope you've been enjoying our podcast. If you want to give us some suggestions on what to talk about, or tell us what you think, as long as you're nice. No, you don't have to be nice. Please be nice. Put it on LOL Podcast on Facebook.
We're very self-conscious.
Let
and
us
we're
know.
Learning.
Yeah, I started working. Smurf. Oh, I forgot. Smurf is with us. Smurf is our producer, our director, our engineer, and
all around good gal.
All around good Smurf right there. Helping us out. Smurf and I were working last night. We're getting our T-shirts together for LOL.
LOL
So
T-shirts coming.
Pretty soon, we're going to be having LOL T-shirts. We're going to have competitions and different things so that you guys can maybe win a T-shirt and support what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do is spread the message of, hey, listen, life is short. Go out there and live it. Have a good time. Explore things and be adventuresome. Just live your best life without alcohol and drugs, without the stigma of the addictions and all the other things. Get rid of that stuff. Go out there and just have a great time. And that's what we're all about, right, Gary?
Sobriety is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is.
It opens up the world to you. You can see it clearer.
That's right. Of course, a friend of mine says, sobriety's for quitters, but call me a quitter. I'm fine with that.
Call me a quitter.
I am fine with that. I didn't get my coffee this morning. I got to drink Coke.
But there is caffeine in that.
I'm sorry, not endorsing any product at all. I have to drink soda. Soda.
No sugar,
Did you
no
call it
calories.
soda or cola? Did you grow up calling it cola or
Soda, not pop.
Yeah,
A lot
who
of people
says
calling it pop. That's what I called my dad. No, as a matter of fact, I called my dad soda too.
You call
No, pop. They call it pop.
They call it pop. Some places they call it pop.
And never.
Or
never
if
got
they
that.
soda pop. If you really now that's old school. I think my grandmother used to call it soda pop.
But that's covering all grounds, though.
That covers all ground. If you said soda cola pop, then you really got it.
Cola pop.
So-
Yeah, unless you were drinking ginger ale, then you call it soda ginger ale pop. Soda ginger ale pop, or 7-Up. You call it cola. You call it soda 7-Up pop. Root beer. What do you call root beer? RB.
I'm sorry.
RB.
You do not call root beer RB.
You call RB.
Nobody does.
That's where I came from.
That's
RB. I'll have an RB.
Where the hell did you come from when they call it RB? Nobody calls it RB.
I came from a planet far, far
Yeah,
beyond.
well, that I believe. Root
Called
beer. Root beer's
Krypton.
root beer.
So don't mess with me. I come from Krypton.
When I was a kid, we used to go to something called A&W root beer stands. Do you remember those?
A&W?
A&W had
Oh,
root
so
beer
you can
stands.
say A and W, but you can't say RB.
Yeah, but I'm
You
not
can
going to say the full
the
name. I'm
initials
just-
of
I'm just saying-
AW,
I'm just-
but no RB. You can't do that. No.
No, A&W is the...
What does A&W stand for?
A,
Okay.
I came up with like 5 things. Every one of them we get us kicked off the air. I can't say any of them.
Which is funny because we're not on, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've
FCC.
still got FCC rules in my head, you know? You got to be careful what kind
You know
of
what
shit
Elmer
you
Fudd
say.
thinks A&W is?
What?
All white.
Oh, wait. Oh, white.
All white.
Not white. Right. White. Never
all
mind.
white.
All right. So today's Manic Monday. We're just a little bit crazy, a little Monday mania. And one of the things that I was watching something over the weekend. I hope you had a good weekend, by the way.
I had a good weekend. I had a nice, relaxing weekend.
Did you go out and perform and stuff, or you were recovering? You had some work done too, so you were.
My post.
Yeah, you got post
My
in your
post.
mouth.
I got a post in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dentists are just not fun. Tammy's on her way to a dentist right now.
Listen,
They're dentists.
I'm sure they're good people, but no, they're not bad people.
They're not
Gary.
bad people.
Now, most people don't like dentists. I mean, I had a dentist back when I lived in Jersey that his fingers were like the size of sausages.
Yeah.
Not sausages, sausages. I mean, we're talking like these are some big mama fingers. And he would get his whole hand in your mouth. And then he'd ask you a question.
Oh yeah. He ask you questions that are really personal too.
Yeah.
You know, like he have his fingers in your mouth and go. So I hear your mother's having an affair with the superintendent of the school. Where you go,
Where the hell did you grow up? What the hell kind of life did you come from?
You see, this is why I don't like to talk. I get insulted.
Hey, Smurf, where's the aspirin,
You
Smurf?
tell me about your fat finger in your mouth experience, okay?
Whoa.
And tell me tell me if I'm weird.
How'd you just make that so creepy?
Because you have a dirty mind. Okay, go
I
ahead.
do not.
You have a filthy mind. Fat fingers
God,
in your
stop.
mouth.
Your knee's touching me. Would you stop that with the knee touching me while you're talking about the fingers in the mouth? I'm really getting disturbed.
Tell me about your dentist. Dentist with the fingers in your mouth.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I really kind of want to move on. I'm traumatized.
You're very easily traumatized.
Oh my God! I've had a dentalist incident thing, sir. I don't know what the.
We're talking about dentists. We're bringing up conversation.
Yes,
but you know something?
You made it awful.
No, I didn't make it awful. You see that he can't take it, folks. He just can't take it. He's working with the crazy one.
See, you know what?
And he can't take it.
You know what they do with dentists? You know what they do is they bring in the dental hygienist. It was like Miss Tropicana last year, right? You know, and she comes in and she gets you all nice and you relax, and it's like, oh, she's wonderful. Go ahead, go ahead, drill me, do what you got to do. It's all good, right? And then just when you relax, she leaves the room, and in comes Dr. Fatfinger.
Dr. Fatfinger.
I'm sorry.
All right, he's telling me that I'm crazy, okay? Now,
Oh, wait. I'm trying to remember. Was I talking about my proctology? No. This was the dentist. Okay.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Now that dental hygienist that you're talking about that looks like Miss Orange Grove or whatever you said she was.
Miss Orange Grove.
That's the reason
Where the
that
hell
she.
did you grow up?
Stop.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She actually.
She was Miss Cow Pie last year.
The reason that she looks that way is because you have gas on your face. Okay, she actually looks like Miss Grundy. Remember Miss Grundy from the Archie?
The gas man. Oh my God, I had no idea what you were saying.
She actually looks like Miss Grundy.
I don't let people put gas on
your
my face.
And the dental
I
hygienist
see.
comes in, makes your mind feel that way.
Yeah,
Makes your mind see what you want to see.
Now, honestly, when you're numb, do you play with your lip and do all of that? When they numb up and your whole face is and you're all numbed up.
Yeah.
Do you play with your? They tell you not to play with it and stuff, but you're always like, I'm like Rocky in there. I'm beating the hell out of my face, just seeing, boom, 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 just waiting to see.
You also sound like him too when you're.
Hey, yo, doctor, I can't feel it.
I just checked to see if it's there because it doesn't feel like it's there anymore.
What?
My lip.
Yeah. It's like the lips are gone.
And then the tingling afterwards, like a couple hours later, when you're starting to get the feeling, it starts to tingle.
Yeah. At first, it's like it feels cool, and then it becomes really annoying, and then it almost hurts. It's like needles, So I don't know. See, this is the problem with having a Monday Mania and a Manic Monday thing is that we don't know where we're going to end up with these conversations. So, I mean, we've got to...
Well, it's okay because you have the line, where are you from? Where are you from? Well,
you're talking about the Orange Groves and the RB and the... What else? You're going to just look through your pockets now while we're talking? What is...
I have notes.
You have notes?
See, there it is again. What is wrong with you? Why does he say that to me? Would you guys tell me, why does he keep saying that? Are you having fun? Are you having fun?
So, so we're looking for stable co-hosts here for the show.
I'm done. It's his show now.
No, we can't lose Gary. Gary, you're such an important part of our show. Mm-hmm. You're like...
I'm back here. I'm not talking.
You're the Airy to the scary, buddy. Mm-hmm. You can't get back on the
was.
mic. You are the Airy to the
now
scary.
Now it's going to be Smurf.
That's right. You're the J to the Ot. Scott and Gary here. That's right. You know what?
Scott.
So anyway, this weekend...
Scary.
We talked about the dentist and everything else, but you had a good weekend other than that.
Yeah, it was good.
I had a good weekend. Went out and I did some DJ work with some friends. I did some work in my neighborhood, and we had some fun. We danced. We have a good time. And then I sat all day at a softball game. We had a doubleheader softball game for my daughter, Western High School. Yeah, you go. And we sat and did the doubleheader. Now you can't see it if you're watching on TV, but there's a little bit of red on my forehead. I did get sunburn. The sun did not come out at all. It was all through the cloud. I didn't know you could burn through clouds. I guess up in New York, you don't do that. Down here in Florida?
I'm looking on the screen. I don't see red.
You don't see any red?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Smurf, you got, yeah, there's red. It's red.
I color corrected.
You color corrected. She color corrected. So, yeah, I look beautiful.
He looks like a lobster.
It's not quite that bad. But I am getting the farmer's tan. I'm getting the line on the arms and everything from sitting outside. And I wanted to get the all-over tan, but when you're at a high school softball game, lounging out in a chair in the nude is not it's frowned upon.
If I saw it, I'd frown.
Fool me twice. All right, anyway. So I went there, and then a Sunday I got a chance to sit back and kind of relax a little bit, and I was flipping through channels. You know how you end up on a cable channel, you get those old TV shows? And I came across, you're going to love Starsky and Hutch. Remember Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah, great car. Gran Torino? Yeah.
Yeah, there were people in their show, too,
Yeah.
Their name was Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, and Don't Give Up on Us, Baby. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, David Soul. What a song. Anyway, I was watching, and they're in the middle of this intense, we're going to catch these guys, and they're going through the streets and everything. They go, we got to call it, and they pull over and go to a payphone to call the precinct and get a hold of their lieutenant.
That's
no
an
beepers,
old show.
no phones.
No beep. There must have been beepers.
No, there were no beepers back. No, Starsky and Hutch. When did that air? They had to air
to be the 70s.
in the It had to be late 70s.
I think it was like
They-
76, wasn't it?
Beepers were in the 80s. Beepers were an 80s thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Your beeper beep my beeper beep your beeper, and all that. No, they had CB radios was the thing. They had the CB radios and stuff. But if they
Yeah.
needed to call an office, they would have to pull over and dig out and put what looked like either a nickel or a dime in the phone and make a call.
Unfortunately.
And it was a dial thing. It was a dial thing. It wasn't even a push button. It was
And on Starsky and Hutch, it wasn't even a push button?
it was a dial thing, the one I was watching. I'm sure they have push button ones, but it all depends. But you can't even find a payphone anymore.
Well, you know something? When you dial a phone, if you watch those old movies,
Yeah.
dialing a phone is more dramatic.
Yeah.
You know? But dialing a phone is gotta get through to this person.
Well, if it's in the movies, in the old movies and stuff, you ever notice if they have to dial somebody, it's always the first three numbers. If a phone number has like an 8 or a 9, the director's like crossing it out, saying, "No, we don't have time to go all the way around. We need you to go zip, 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 like really fast, you know."
Unless it's just and operator, get me the police.
What is the 555 they use in all the movies?
555.
Yeah. All the movies, all the TV shows. What's your number? 555-5555. Well, if anybody,
Or that or a taxi company. Right.
I had a girl give me a 555 number one time, and I was like, yeah. My friends are all just looking at me, shaking their heads. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong.
Smart woman.
8675309, buddy. That's probably somebody's phone number.
That was. And they interviewed that girl. She actually got all these phone calls coming in.
Yeah.
8675309.
Tommy Two-Tone, right?
Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy Two-Tone did a song, Jenny.
Yep.
8675309. Jenny, I got your number. You know, the whole thing.
And this poor woman kept getting
And
phone
they
calls.
used a real phone number. How do you get away with that? I mean, there would
They
probably be
did.
some sort of stalking charges now if you did that.
As a matter of fact, it's their claim to fame.
What? That they, that they harassed a woman?
8675309. And that's the one phone number that everybody knows.
My claim to fame is the restraining order I got. Oh, my
Well,
goodness.
you keep telling me that I'm from another planet and what's wrong with me. You're going to have another restraining order there, buddy.
So anyway, everything comes around. They actually made a starchy. I'm sorry, rented lips. I think that's what the Novocaine's wearing off. So, Starsky and Hutch. They had a remake of the show with people. What the?
Let me tell
Ben
you.
Stiller.
Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Right.
Horrible. I'm sorry. I like those two actors. The movie was horrible.
I like
it
him
was
too.
terrible.
I'm going to vouch. I'm going to stay right here with him. That movie was horrible.
It was. I don't even
was.
think they had a Gran Torino. I think they were in a Yugo.
They had a no, no, they had a pacer.
Yugo.
They had a pacer.
Oh, boy. But you know what? There's a lot of things I've looked over I was looking at some of the old TV shows. I was watching a little Columbo, which I used to love. I used to thought it was a great show, and it turns out Peter Falk cannot act. It was not a good show.
You know what was good about Peter Falk is that Peter Falk didn't have to act. He just had to be Peter Falk.
Yeah.
He just had to be him. I mean, in every movie, he's the same character, but he's Peter Falk. It just doesn't
You
matter.
could never leave a room with him. He'd always be like just about to head out the door after he interviews somebody, and he goes, one more thing. And he'd just turn around and come right back in, and he'd do the whole thing.
It just occurred to me.
Yeah. Anyway, so I decided to take a look and see what else is kind of coming back around. I mean, some old TV shows have been redone. They redid Charlie's Angels. They redid a lot of these things. So what's coming back around? Last year, the big comeback from last year. Now, girls, you would know this. I didn't know they went away. Scrunchies apparently are making a comeback. Did you hear this?
Scrunchies, no.
Yeah. Scrunchie.
I haven't seen anybody with a scrunchie.
Yeah. Apparently, the scrunchie is making a comeback. I thought a scrunchie was when your underwear got up in your butt. You had to. No, that's a wedgie.
Wedgie.
There.
Wedgie. You're going back to your childhood now.
No wonder I got those weird looks in the supermarket. Mm-hmm. Anyway, all right. So Scrunchie's making a comeback. Pop-Tarts cereal is making a comeback.
Pop-Tarts has just got done making bite-sized Pop-Tarts.
Really?
They have bite-sized Pop-Tarts.
Listen, no disrespect, but I don't think there's anything on this planet more toxic than a Pop-Tart.
To me, that is the craziest thing. To make Pop-Tart bite-size, I mean...
Well, what would that be?
Because you can't hold on to a whole Pop-Tart and just take bites out of it? You have to have bites made for you in order to
How
eat
messed up are you that you can't hold a Pop-Tart?
Yeah.
What? Go ahead. Go ahead, Smurf.
Oh, you have an intelligent answer for this.
Well, she's
huh?
got an answer. I doubt it's going to be intelligent, but let's go with it.
Small hands.
Oh.
Small hands. Oh, okay.
So Smurf does have freakishly small hands.
Well, then how do you hold the bag?
I don't.
It just,
I just
she needs
watch
the mini
it fall
ones.
to the floor.
She needs the mini Pop-Tarts.
At least she did come up with an answer.
But they got a Pop-Tart cereal, which actually it had a huge big come out in 94, and it was gone before 95 came around. And they said, hey, it worked so well then.
Yeah, let's make
do it
bite-size
again.
now, right?
Let's do it again. Anyway, so much going on out there. I just want to remind everybody, we're coming to you from Treatment Alternative Studio right here in Boca Raton, Florida. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction and needs help, you know, we do a lot of goofing around on this show. We really enjoy laughing and having a good time, but we do it because we're clean and sober. We can live a great life because we have gotten help previously. Somebody step forward and talk to somebody. That's what I'm asking you to do. Step forward and talk to somebody. If somebody you know needs help with a mental health disorder, with addiction, alcoholism, whether it's street drugs, prescription pills, listen, guys, it's all the same. You need help. 877-771-1731. That's 877-771-1731. Give them a call today and help somebody, all right?
There's nothing wrong with needing help. There's nothing wrong with
not at
asking
all.
for help. There's nothing wrong with accepting help, because you know you it doesn't make you more of a human being to do something on your own. You know, it makes you more of a human being to accept the help. It makes you more of a intelligent human being to know when you can't do something yourself. So use that number. Call.
Please do. 877-771-1731. And maybe you come in and spend some time with Gary and I. Maybe you get on one of our shows here at Live Out Loud. Again, we're broadcasting Live Out Loud podcast, LOL podcast on Facebook. You can join us there. YouTube, you can see us on our channel, Live Out Loud podcast. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're everywhere. Look for Live Out Loud podcast.
You know,
we
you
are
can
all
text us.
there.
You can text us now, like Terry. Terry is watching us now, and she said with the little Pop-Tarts, you need real tiny toaster.
Really?
Very good. Very good,
I
Terry.
hadn't
That's
thought
very
of
good.
that. What do you do? It's bad enough when the Pop-Tart falls down in there and you can't get it to come up. Do you ever do that? You toast a Pop-Tart, you go to grab it and the corner comes off, and now it's down in there. So what you got to do? What do? You do the thing where you bring it down and then you shoot it up really fast and you hope it shoots in the air and you try to catch it while it's in the air. I burn my and nothing burns more than hot Pop-Tart juice.
Oh,
Is it no Pop-Tart goo? It's not really juice. It's
filling.
goo.
Filling.
If it's a juicy Pop-Tart, don't eat it. It's bad.
Filling. What is it called?
What?
Confection. It's not confection. What is it? That
We have no idea what you're saying.
jelly.
Where are you from?
Don't say we. Don't say we, because
I'm
you're
speaking
dumb
for
enough to
Smurf.
not understand what I'm
All right,
saying.
what do you
Doesn't
say?
mean we.
What is the jelly?
Okay.
It's called
they
jelly.
Do.
It's called
you
jelly.
Don't. No.
I-
It's called the fancy word is confection or something.
We've
like that.
only got about an hour of the show, so
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking elegance to you. I'm sorry, folks. I'm talking elegance.
jelly.
Never mind.
That's elegance.
Never mind. No, confection is.
Confection.
Yeah.
It's not You're talking about confectionery sugars.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
I know.
And your greatest out is, what's wrong with you? That's his.
No,
when he
it's-
doesn't understand what I'm talking about, it's
That's
what's
not
wrong
true.
with you.
Sometimes it's where are you from.
Oh, okay.
I do change it up every once in a while.
You should do that with your underwear. Off we go. Okay.
All right, moving along. I looked up. I was just kind of like poking around the other day. I came across a news article. This is a true story. You can't make this up. And this is a perfect manic Monday, crazy Monday kind of thought. Back in August, so this is almost a year ago, a United flight, United Airlines. Now, you're an old JetBlue guy.
I'm an old JetBlue guy.
This happened on United.
I like
this would never happen.
Just a JetBlue guy.
An old JetBlue guy.
Okay.
Jet Gray. So a woman traveled with her emotional support monkey. Now, I've heard of emotional support dogs, but they actually have other animals, like emotional support. There's emotional support birds. I've heard of that.
Snake.
No.
Yes.
No.
I work for JetBlue. I know. You can take a snake on.
You cannot.
Okay.
Seriously? Are you serious?
What's wrong with me?
Where are you from?
Where am I from? You can take a snake. You can take a spider.
Are you ready for your trip? Yeah, I got my bag. I got my carry-on, and I got my boa constrictor.
Yep.
Boa constrictor. What is that? A boa constrictor.
You can take a cat.
Python. I'll just go with python. Okay, you can take
a
well, no,
pig.
a cat. I get.
You can take a pig.
Pigs are apparently very supportive animals.
You can take
up until they're bacon.
You can take a horse.
You cannot take a horse.
Doesn't
on a
mean
plane.
that people do it. It is in the bylaws. You can take a horse. A horse can be an emotionally stable animal.
So if you've got an emotional support certification for an animal,
right,
you can take them on a flight.
You can't take anything poisonous.
Well, not all snakes are poisonous.
Well,
My emotional support animal is a garter snake. I mean, come on.
If you have a boa constrictor,
a boa constrictor,
it's an emotional support animal.
When
I'm serious, you're looking at me like I'm nuts, which
you are
is normal for you, but it is an emotional support animal.
I don't see it. Smurf, what do you think?
when they sell snakes, they remove the little glands that make their sharp teeth go like that.
For those of you who might be listening, she actually had to use her fingers to make fangs in her mouth while she talked.
I think she said.
All right. Anyway, but this is in the monkey I get, because monkeys actually can be very helpful.
Yeah,
monkeys can be very helpful, very supportive, and they're kind of cool little animals. Okay, but this is a true story. You can't make this up. A United Air flight, a woman traveled with her emotional support monkey, and the monkey had an emotional support dog.
Okay, that's new for me. I don't know of an emotional support animal having an emotional support animal.
Had a support animal. You can't make that up. How do you show up? You got, hi, I'm Noah. How do you do that? Bring all those animals on a flight.
That's like wearing a bra to support your bra.
How the hell did you go to bras?
It's support.
What is wrong with you?
I'm done talking. I'm done talking. I am done talking today, everybody. Thank you. I'm Gary. This show is now Scott's.
I want you to picture this woman saying, "This is my monkey, Bob." Is that a good monkey named Bob? All right, I apologize.
I am not talking anymore.
I apologize. Come back to this show. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Hurt my feelings? You didn't hurt my feelings. You don't know me enough to hurt my feelings.
Well, I certainly don't know where you're from. Anyway, no. I'm picturing this woman coming up with this monkey.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the monkey would be like on a leash and coming along. And then the monkey would have a leash with a little chihuahua on it.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Where are you from? Chihuahua.
I read it. It's Chihuahua. Chihuahua. Never mind.
Chihuahua. Okay.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. No. As a matter of fact, I think I'm a little afraid to say anything now.
No, please do.
Okay. The monkey had a Great Dane.
It rode it like a horse.
It had a saddle.
Horse.
There's your horse.
Did you say horse?
There's your
there
horse.
There we go. Thank you, folks.
Oh,
I'm
man.
Gary. Have a good evening.
I need emotional support. Anybody got a monkey that could loan me?
With a Great Dane?
Oh, man. I think we should all have an emotional support animal. What would yours be? If you could pick any animal that was going to be Gary's emotional support.
A slug.
Oh my
I would
goodness!
have an
No.
emotional support slug.
One bad day and squish.
I know.
Just gotta.
I would be crushed. Get it? Crushed.
Oh God, Smurf, what would your animal be? She's got nothing. What are you stuck on squished slugs? Where are you? Did we lose you? All right, our producer has gone bye-bye.
What would your emotional support animal be?
I was gonna say just keep away from high salted foods.
She went right to the scientific joke. I mean, it's like
Yeah, right.
you put salt on a slug, it dries up and dies. I mean, you got to explain that one. They don't know.
Oh, come on.
They don't. I didn't know.
Well, you tell us.
That's a
Mr.
leech.
Explained it.
Explained what?
What happens when you put salt on a slug?
I give up. What happens?
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Look it up on YouTube.
wait. She
Now,
didn't answer the question.
Tell us, Mr. Normal, what would your emotional support
I didn't
animal
hear her
be?
answer yet because she's too busy talking about how to kill your slug. She's doing a slug.
That's
She's
so
doing a
not
slugicide over there. She's a slugicide. What is your animal? We've lost control of this show. Our producer has lost it. We need an emotional support minky in here right away.
A minky?
A minky.
A minky.
A minky. All right, my animal.
Uh-huh.
Are you done? She's gone. She's gone. See the blue dye? It soaks in sometimes.
I guess so.
It soaks in sometimes.
I'm seriously waiting for your answer.
I honestly, I think I would love an emotional support buffalo. Just because nobody's ever tried it. I mean, I've seen people.
Oh, I see.
I mean-
They've tried slugs before, but never a buffalo. Oh, okay. An emotional support
that's
buffalo.
true.
Okay.
No, just buffaloes are so cool. They're so powerful, and and if you don't like the word buffalo, call it a bison.
Bison.
Yeah, I want to go to name it Mike Bison. He's going to be tough. He's going to be my emotional support. My name is Mike Bison.
They could fly, buffaloes.
Who can?
Buffaloes.
They cannot fly.
Didn't you ever hear buffalo wings?
Yeah, that's good. I
Thank
know.
you.
I saw where you went there.
Did you?
You went there.
Just see what I did there? Huh? Just see what I did?
Oh, listen. There may be a lot wrong with us, and there might not be enough emotional support animals in all of the San Diego Zoo to help us. But if you or someone you love needs help, we're going to tell you one more time before we end our show. Call Treatment Alternatives right here in Boca Raton, Florida, 877-771-1731. Give them a call if you or someone you love has suffered with addiction, alcoholism, mental health, maybe some eating disorder problems, or just some depression, and you're not sure if they actually need the help that we can provide. Please call us anyway. Let's talk about it. The secrets that you keep are the secrets that keep people sick. We don't need that. Give us a call, 877-771-1731. Call Treatment Alternatives today. And as far as we're concerned, go on LOL Podcast on Facebook. Boy, I changed mood really fast there, didn't I?
Yeah, but I wanted to say something about
Oh,
that.
please
If you
do.
notice how crazy it gets here, and I love Scott. He's one of my best friends in the world, and we just get a little crazy here. But I hope you do notice that when we do talk about
I'm
treatment
tearing up. I'm sorry.
alternatives, when you hear us talk about treatment alternatives, you see how serious we
Yeah,
get.
absolutely.
We get. That's when all joking aside, if you need the help, go for it. Okay, we're here to help.
Yeah, we do joke around a lot, but this is serious to us. We both found a calling in this to help people, and we use things like music here.
Mm-hmm.
Music is a great way to open people up. You found that, right?
It's incredible that people will keep to themselves for the first week or two.
Yeah.
And then once they see other people performing or recording, and then we play their recordings, how they all of a sudden open up. It's like a flower blossoming. It really is. They're so shy. Lakeisha was here. There was this guy named Phil who said, "No, I'll never record." And 3 weeks later, he was in the studio recording.
That's fantastic.
It's a voice that you find inside of yourself, and you just open up, and the experience is great. It's really unique. And even if they can't carry a tune or sing or if they read a poem or something like that, they're letting their inner self out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really something.
And when you follow up with that, once they start opening up with the music and starting to maybe perform or write or do any of that stuff, a lot of the rest of them comes out. And then you see some of that laughter, and that's why we're so adamant on really getting out there and enjoying yourself. We need people to do that. You need to reconnect with yourself, the good part of you that wants to laugh and love and have fun. And music is just a great way to connect that. So, watching Gary work with the clients and me being able to work with the clients and talk to them, it's been an honor to do that and to see the changes in people's lives.
The thing about what you do is when you talk to the clients and you're going through a group session, it's different. It's not to blow your horn or anything like that, but it's different. It's funny. It's entertaining. Instead of it being just a lecture on you have a disease and you are an addict and you need to help yourself. What you do is you make it more entertaining and to the point where the clients, and the reason I'm saying this is so that it gets to people who are watching. It's not just coming here and listening to a boring lecture. It's entertaining. You're learning about yourself, but you're also being entertained. Scott has a way of relating to where it's not just sitting and listening to somebody lecture you. It becomes fun. It becomes fun. Now, I'm not saying come to Treatment Alternatives for a joyride, because what we do here is serious. But at least it's not going back to school and having to sit in a room and hear what you've heard over and over again. It does. It's entertaining and it's informative.
It may not be a joyride, but it can certainly be a journey towards joy. Why don't we go with that?
Yeah.
All right. 877-771-1731. I keep driving Smurf crazy with changing out the... I'm going to say the phone number one more time. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. Don't do it. All right, Gary. You know what? We never found out what her animal would be.
I'm a little afraid to ask.
All right, Smurf. Now that you've calmed down and you are kind of back to normal, what is your emotional support animal?
A penguin.
Oh,
great.
That's a great answer.
That is great.
Of course, we live in Florida and they would die, but
What? African penguin. They are in the heat.
There's no such thing.
African
Is
penguins
there?
are in heat. So you're talking
penguin-
about a horny penguin.
No, stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I take things literally. I'm Jaime from Get Smart. We were talking about our old shows. I'm Jaime, right? Shoot the Light. Remember Jaime?
No.
You don't remember Jaime?
No, I barely remember Get Smart. I remember the shoe phone. I remember that.
Oh, okay. I have a mission. I have to get Smart DVDs.
Okay.
That sounds like a how-to
For you.
video.
All right, so please get out there and like us on Facebook, LOL Podcast. Would you put that up again? Let's see.
Whoops.
So what you want to do is go to Facebook, and it's like at LOL Podcast. Facebook at LOL Podcast, or just put in LOL Podcast on your Facebook search, and you'll come across us and like us and share us and talk about us and send us money. And no,
We're going
they don't have
for
to send us money.
10,000 likes by Friday. Right now we're up to 23. Go for it. 10,000 by Friday. Come on. You could do it.
We're going to have to get all of our emotional support animals out there clicking like crazy to make that happen. Listen, all we want to know is that you who are watching or listening to us do like us, and if you do, let us know. Again, LOL Podcast on Facebook. You could also catch our shows on Treatment Alternatives Facebook page, Treatment Alternatives Boca Raton at Facebook. Also, anytime you want to watch any of our shows, you can check us out on our YouTube channel, which is Live Out Loud Podcast, Apple Podcast, Live Out Loud, and Google Podcast, Live Out Loud. So you can look at any of those sites. We're probably a lot more places than that I haven't even mentioned yet. But we don't know because our producer doesn't know. So, Smurf, anything?
Yeah, you know what? There was a nice lady that I talked to in the comments that found us through Castbox. We were on
Wow.
Castbox.
We were in somebody's cat box.
Okay.
What? That's not a good thing.
Right, and he says, "What's wrong with you?" He says it to me.
Who said that?
We would like to thank Terry and Tammy and Ron for chiming in here
All right.
and saying hello. And if you're watching, just say hi. Let us know you're watching.
Let us know. All right, Gary, I want to thank you.
10,000 by Friday. 10,000 likes by Friday, folks.
All right. I thought it was 20,000. Hey. 25 likes.
We'll go for 25.
Listen, just, please let us know what you want to hear and what you want to talk about. Hey, maybe there's something about you. Maybe you got a special talent. Maybe it's something that's just really cool or something funny you want to share. Hey, reach out to us on Facebook. Maybe we'll have you on the show. We got room for another seat. We've got other seats here at the table. It's not just Gary and I.
That's right. Other mics and
Yeah, we got other mics. We got a couple of Toms, and we got some Bobs out
I
there.
have
in the hallway,
headphones. So
we're
of
all
course
set.
you have to clean the studio after you leave. But
Always the case. You have been listening to Live Out Loud podcast. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
We'll catch you next time.